Build that wall. 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 Build that wall.
Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is XFerginatorX and we are back with another Halo Custom Archive video for you today. Today we'll be covering Border Patrol, also went by the name Border Crossing, Border Wall, Mexican Crossing, Border Jumping, Jumping the Border, Run for the Border, Beat, Pat, and a couple other names that it went by. The original custom creation originated in Halo 2. The game is inspired based off the controversies over the US-Mexican border. This custom creation could be played on a variety of maps with different setups and rules, but the most common and well-known way most people played it back in the day was on Zanzibar, and the objective was to try and get past the wall near the beach area. You played it usually with Team Slayer and had both a red team for the US and either green or brown team for the Mexican team. There was either one or two red players depending on the number of players playing at the time. Either you would go against having one red player for every 8 other players, and usually 2 red players for every when there was more than 8 players playing, just to balance it out because of the situations of how the game was played. The game had no time limit and no shields, no grenades, no weapons lying around other than maybe a sniper rifle. The objective was simple. The Mexican team, their job is to get past the wall, and the US team is to try and stop them from getting past the wall. If you make it past, you are safe and you win, and you get to be on the red team next. And the red team gets to time to collect sniper rifle ammo and goes around to the top of the wall on Zanzibar, and the other team would only be allowed to use plasma pistols and starts in the big building in the back area. The Mexican team, the ones rushing the wall, need to coordinate. They can also try and rush the wall, but you might all die, and usually people want to be on the red team next, so it became more of a all for one. So other ways are to try and just sneak around, being very stealthy. Also, the Mexican team cannot hurt or kill the red team. The honor rules were that you just had to leave them alone. Only the red team could kill. The red team players are able to see the map as well from the top and can see if anyone tries to cross it. Red team has to pretty much stay on the wall. Red team is allowed to snipe anyone they see to prevent them from crossing. If they cross to the US side, they are safe, and red team can't kill them. If in the event that the red team runs out of ammo and they can't find any ammo, they are allowed to use melees and also the plasma pistol, but not really good to use a plasma pistol. But that's about it. They can't leave the wall at all, so if they go inside the wall area to find sniper rifle ammo, they leave the wall vulnerable. But yeah, doing so makes it so that the players could rush very easily if they make the US side run out of ammo to fire, and you can get past if they're not looking. So that was kind of one of the things you got to be careful of if you're the sniper on the red team. Border Patrol didn't have any custom creations made on the Halo Custom Edition. That's why we didn't see it earlier, from what I could find. Even on HaloMaps.org, I tried looking, and if there are, I'll make a part 2, but there just was no footage that I could find that that was inspired on the Halo Custom Edition. Border Patrol would go on into Halo 3 and would inspire different varieties of custom games with walls, and some even much bigger and on different maps, though the last resort was still used for the classical versions of Border Patrol. One of the maps that I really loved playing, that's actually kind of almost forgotten, is called Fort Infection. It was a standoff map, and you had zombies that would try to hammer down your wall, and you had to just hold them off like as if you were fighting for your life, like there was out of the scene from the bugs in Starship Troopers. It would get get so intense as the zombies would get through the walls, and you'd have to fall back further into the compound and hold out for dear life until the time ran out. This custom creation also would inspire Halo. No, not the actual Halo games, obviously, but the custom creation called Halo, or also better known as Halo on Halo. Some also called it Border Patrol itself, and also some called it Mongoose Season and Open Season. Didn't see many people call it Border Patrol, but there are a few notable mentions of that. But it's where the survivors went around in a circle trying to avoid the alpha zombie who had a sniper rifle in the middle, trying to shoot you and from basically preventing you from getting to the other side of the track. And then it also brought about Duck Hunt, a very popular and classic custom creation in Halo 3. I will get around to covering more about those custom creations in their own Halo Custom Archive videos. Anyways, then into Halo Reach, we still have Border Patrol, but not as popular or in the same format, preventing people from trying to get over a wall. We still have Halo on Halo and other custom creations that did exist. We see them more incorporating a flag concept in some others, with one that was really popular was called Stealing Your Flags, where you have one team trying to steal the enemy flags and the other team is on the wall trying to shoot you down from getting their flags. Then into Halo 4, the custom creation was almost forgotten entirely. I couldn't even find any gameplay footage or even any Halo 4 browser for Border Patrol custom creation for this game type or map, other than the problem of it being censored out over time around the Halo 3 period, and that's why we saw like a slow dip of it, the actual original custom creation, and more people using different names. The other problem was that in Halo 4, for the longest time, there was no ability to give the infected players a weapon other than the tendril arm to use for the infected. But there was some fun modes that they played for alternatives, like a Team Slayer one where it was called Giant Robot Attack, which is somewhat similar to Stealing Your Flags, which one team must get to the wall and plant the ball near a robot trying to stop you. It basically looks like a giant wall with the enemies shooting rockets and whatnot, just like Stealing Your Flags, and they use all sorts of heavy weapons to try and stop you. Then in Halo 2 Anniversary, I couldn't even find any gameplay footage or even matches that existed along these lines. Hopefully when they come back with the Halo MCC file browser and custom game browser that they soon are going to come out with in a future update, they said, we might see some of these custom creations come back to life in Halo 2 Anniversary, but they still did have Halo on Halo and some other similar ones. I did though host one game night with a friend trying this out on this map with one of the maps that he made, and so we technically played Halo 2 Border Patrol on Halo 2 Anniversary, which was pretty cool. Then in Halo 5 it came back, and boy did it come back with a vengeance. Get some of these spicy memes out, because we are going back to 2016 where we have custom games like Trump's Wall, where one team is on a giant massive wall and you have to prevent the enemies from getting up top. And oh no, Trump, oh god, not now. No, please. I know you want to talk about how amazing your wall is, you want to talk about the whole political thing with the large caravans and whatnot, but can we take an appreciation sometime later after the video? Thank you. Some of the most offensive and hilarious maps you could make on the border wall custom creation came back, and boy is it just pure gold. Like one of them that's called Trump's Wall of Terror. The wall is several times taller. I mean, seriously, we're getting to the size now where we're gonna have walls the size of like Pacific Rim and Attack on Titan and Game of Thrones kind of scale. The forger who built this Great Wall, he made a beautiful looking wall with a nice US flag right on it and Trump's name just put it there on top of it. And basically the game goes where you have the Mexican team trying to get up to the top of the wall using lifts that are just like lunging sends you like way up in the air and launch you like sky high. And the US team has to keep the Mexican team away, and since Trump's armed the border, you get to use all sorts of fun weapons at your disposal with the glitched weapon pad weapons that allow you to fire dozens of rockets at a time and just lay waste to everything below. There are, you know, other maps very similar showing off the same kind of objectives, either infected or carrying a bomb. And so we'll just show some gameplay clips on that on here. It was really cool to see it come back, and it just came back in even much more of a gigantic way than it used to be played. When it comes to Halo Online, they did have one custom creation on Valhalla that was called, that was like a wall concept, kind of called Run Mexican, but it also, in a way, reminds me more of Bridge Topple, which was, we'll cover at a later time. And they still did have Halo on Halo and Frogger, which were similar ones, but not exactly Border Patrol custom game creation. Unfortunately for this custom creation, the identity of the creators are currently unknown. In fact, this game mode has no original footage that I could find anymore. All of the Halo 2 footage you are seeing is recreated, as I could not find a single Halo 2 video anywhere on YouTube, as that old gameplay footage of it is now just completely gone. It's quite surprising for how popular it actually was back in the day, on the levels of like cat and mouse and whatnot, but it's just completely gone. There's nothing of it anymore. So now when we get to the ranking here, it is fun that this game mode was played back in the day. It was very enjoyable. I actually played. It had that suspense of always trying to like hope that the person was to spy, and you're like, oh no, I hope he didn't see me and whatnot, and you're just like peek around the rock, and sometimes you might just get shot. And so basically it was really a suspenseful custom game. It was just always like this little stealthy thing. You always felt like you're like doing a Mission Impossible thing. That's where it was fun. The problem with this custom creation was it was very, very, very hard to get this game to work. A lot of times people just did not follow the rules back in the day. Again, it was held together by auto rules. If someone on the Mexican team said, screw that, I'm going to use my sniper rifle, they would just use it and shoot the person. Also, people would leave the wall sometimes and go after someone, which they're not supposed to, and so it was really hard to get people to kind of follow this rule. And unfortunately, the custom creation just didn't live up to its popularity over time, possibly also due to the censorship that happened in Halo 3 and onward, but it slowly died out. It's really cool though to see that it actually made a really huge comeback when it came to Halo 5, so it's cool to see that. It's just unfortunately it just didn't live up to the same expectations. So for this custom creation, I decided to give this custom creation the Gold Award. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. If you enjoy watching my videos, then make sure to turn on notifications to get updates on this channel for new Halo Custom Archive videos. Check in the video description for more information. Also, if you have any suggestions for other custom creations that I should cover, like custom games, mods, maps, and so on, then make sure to message me and even join my Halo Custom Archive Discord. I would love to hear them. Again, my name is XFerginatorX, and you all have a great day. See you later.
The wall just got 10 feet higher. It's true. It's true.